Welcome back to another episode of Studio X. I am your host, X, and today, oh yeah, I know a lot of y'all getting PTSD just looking at this right now. But let me tell you, there's power in it if you use it. But then again, if you don't, that's okay too. It ain't for everybody. It ain't for every child. But today we will be talking about some parenting tips. Um, let's see. How pops used to put it on you. You know what I mean? Have it right here. We had one back in the day called Mr. Black. Man, Mr. Black. I get PTSD just talking about him. I'm sure everybody who watches this, y'all got a nickname. Your daddy or your mama, go get Mr. Black. Go get whatever. Whatever your nickname was. As a kid, getting a whooping wasn't fun. But I will tell you this. I wasn't that kid that got whoopings. That wasn't me. You give me a couple times, I'm good. I was that one where mama would tell me, come on, pass right by me. Pass right by me. And I'm talking about the hallway this big, and you just be trying to get through. No doggone well you ain't going nowhere. Cause mamas don't miss. But if she did miss, if mama did miss, oh man, she mad. Cause they don't like when they miss. She mad now. Cause now she got to come get you. Mama gotta get back too. But get back on topic, man. This is a battle that a lot of couples, a lot of single people, just parents in general, man, have when it comes to parenting or chastising or disciplining your child. Pretty much my whole philosophy of this is one word: consistency. And what I mean by that is from the time they can throw a tantrum, from the time they can throw a rattle or they can fall back, because you know how babies are. They like to fall back, fall out your arms because they got attitude. And my whole MO is that's a form of communication. When a child can throw something at you, or they can throw their bottle down, or they can start crying, they can't tell you what they want to say, but through their actions, they're telling you how they feel. And it's up to you as a parent to understand those feelings. Every baby got a different cry. Every baby got a different little tantrum that they do. It's up to the parents to understand, okay, that's diaper change right there. I know that cry. That's I got a little something in me and you ain't changed me. Or, okay, that's a cry of I'm hungry now. So as a parent, you got to understand, what they going through and have patience. But like I said, consistency is key when it comes to being a parent, because right when they come out, man, they got little personalities. They know what they want. And like I said, they don't know how to tell you what they want, but they're communicating to you. So I remember the first time one of mine, fell out, I addressed it right then and there. Cause I say, go eat this. Now let's say they're a little older, so I say, go eat this. What? Nah, we not doing that. So you have to nip it in the bud right then and there. Now don't get me wrong. I know some parents get tired. I know some parents have lazy days. You don't feel like telling your child, hey, look, just a couple pieces of chicken, eat a pea or two, some corn. I just want to see you eat something, and then go on about your business. The only person that don't really know is the people that don't have kids. And they be the first one to try to tell you how to take care of your children. Ain't got not one child that they've had or taken care of or whatever like that, but they trying to tell you how to take care of your children. It's not a perfect job. Nobody has the playbook to perfect parenting. It don't exist. Every parent struggles, especially the first one. Because when you had that first child, well, we be trying stuff just to see if it'll work. I remember the first night we had our daughter. And man, when I tell you, it's something about when you had that first one and you at the hospital and the nurse is like, oh, do you want to, have the baby go over to the nursery or whatever? We'll keep the baby. Well, we like, no, 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 no. Because it's your first one. You don't know no better. The first one, you want the baby right there with you. And then next thing you know, when you have 2, 3, and however many you have, that's when you, oh yeah, y'all got a nursery right down the hall. Yeah, you can go and take this one. Go ahead. Because when you get home, it's a wrap. Ain't no sleep. I got a few friends who just had kids and they in for a rude awakening. They just don't know. Sleepless nights, you up, down, up, down, up, down. You might as well just stay up the whole night, And if you a single parent, oh man, big ups to you. All my single parents who have to go to work, come home, I'm talking about daycare watches them all day and then it's right back to you. Gotta cook, clean, do homework all by yourself. Hey man, big ups to those parents. It's not easy being a single parent. I can only imagine. Like I say, my wife is in there, thank the Lord that she can balance this thing out with me, because in this economy with one parent trying to take care of kids, it's hard, man. I salute you guys. Like I said, there's no perfect playbook for this thing called parenting, but with good consistency, being on them every single day. Because I know, like I say, sometimes you just ain't gonna care to chastise them or get on them for whatever they do, but in the end you have to. As much as you don't want to, you have to, because if you don't, it only sets them up for failure later in life. And that's the cold hard facts. Should you beat a child? Obviously not. Is whoopings bad? I don't think so. I mean, I've gotten whoopings when I was a kid, and I feel like I turned out pretty good. At the end of the day, for me, I feel like it depends on the child. Your child gonna be regardless. Your child gonna be bad regardless, or they can be good regardless. As a parent, you can only do so much for a child, and then once they hit 18, it's on the child to go left or right. There's nothing you can do about that. You just hope that you do the best you can from 0 to 18. You hope you set them up for success before they leave the nest, and whatever happens. Excuse me. And the crazy part about it is you can have multiple kids in the same household and all turn out different. I know we've all heard that. This one right here, you got to be on them. This one right here, you got to beat they. Well, we don't cuss on this channel, but you know what you got to do with that one. Some of them right here, you got to baby them and coddle them a little bit. Sometimes this one right here, you got to tell them over and over and over and over and over until they get it. And then by the grace of God, God gave you a good one where you really ain't got to even, that one right there, he can manage himself. It's usually your favorite, even though we don't supposed to have favorites, but yeah, all of them turn out differently. And you like, how are you like this and you like this and you like that, and y'all all under one roof? Hey man, it just happens like that. It's all about being a parent, but like I say, I don't whoop mine because I feel like my words carry. And y'all let me know in the comment section, do you feel like men have it a little bit easier when it comes to getting their point across and being able to just say, yo, go sit down, and things just happen that way? Because for me, that's kind of how it is for me. I can tell my kids one time, yo, go sit down. Yo, go clean up that mess over there. Yes, sir. Because I've constantly stayed on them every single day since they were born, or since they could understand me. I've been on them every single day. I'm not gonna let up. Now I can be the fun parent too, because I don't want to. My whole mo is we can have fun, we can kick it, but I'm also gonna show you the loving side, the fathering side of me, that I love you to death, and we can, But at the same time, I'm gonna get you. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get on you. That's just how I roll. But so I have a little bit of old school in me, and I have a little bit of new school in me. Cause old school, you know, old school get on you. Yes sir, no sir. Yes ma'am, no ma'am. That's how I was raised. So if I tell you yes ma'am, don't get offended. I'm not calling you old. I'm not insinuating that you are old. I'm just saying this is just how I was raised. I'm from the South. We respect our elders. That's one thing we don't have is the respect. We don't respect our elders. It's like a lost art. A lost art. My favorite comedian, rest in peace, Bernie Mac. He said, "Ain't no more Big Mamas. Big Mama gone." I'm doing my Bernie Mac. When you Big Mama what? 24. Great grandma 38. That's for real. Everybody young now. The millennial generation, there's some of them that still got those old school tendencies, but we starting to get filtered out, and now the next generation is coming in, and it's starting to get watered down. People don't go to church no more. Now you can get the church stream on YouTube. So now we really at the house. You know, Back when I was a kid, grandma, if you was at grandma's house, mama take you over to grandma's house and y'all go to church. If your mama wasn't taking you herself, or your dad wasn't taking you himself, grandma had you on the weekend. And you was up 8 o'clock in the morning smelling bacon, eggs, and grits, oatmeal, and all that with Kurt Franklin in the background. You know, that was Sunday morning. And then you go to vacation Bible study or Bible school or Sunday school or whatever it was, and that's what you did. You was in church. You get to church probably. You probably get to church by 9:30. You usually get home probably by 6 7 at night. That's the way it felt, you know, because grandma had you in there. Because she gonna go to church. She gonna get her word. She gonna get out of church, and she gonna sit in that parking lot and talk. And you gonna sit there and wait. But there was a level of respect to. And when we gonna get to? You remember when it was children are supposed to be seen and not heard? I think I got that right. Children are supposed to be seen and not heard. Mama be talking about, yeah, so, I went over the other day and we did it. No, you didn't, mama. Bam. And, you on the floor. Because you talking out of turn. Grown folks talking and you talking. Now, when we got out the car, I told you, you need to, when we get up in here, you speak. Because that's another thing we don't do. Well, I could be all day with this segment right here. We don't do that. When we before we get to somebody's house, mama would tell you, now when we get up in here, you speak when you enter the room, and then you go somewhere and sit down. And that was me. I go somewhere, sit down, watch TV or whatever like that. I don't hear what they got going on. They could be in there playing dominoes, drinking, smoking, whatever they grown-ups. I'm in here with the kids. And you better not break nothing while we here. That's just how it was. We don't rock like that no more for some reason. I ain't gonna say everybody. I'm just saying, like, it's not the norm. you know, and then you have to worry about disciplining your child with another adult in the house, meaning your spouse. Let's say you are married or you have a baby mama that you living with or whatever like that. You might give whooping, she might don't believe in it. So now y'all at a crossroads. So what do? Y'all gotta sit down and talk about that. Are we beating? Or are we, you know, are we talking? Like I say, me, I'm a talk because, like I said, I can get my point across. And every now and then, you know, every now and then he come out and make an appearance, and that'll get they look right at it. That'll get them every single time. I'll pull this thing out right here. I remember my son Junior. He had a whole conversation. I mean, he was trying to strike up a whole conversation with me, and he didn't know I had this in my hand. And then all of a sudden, he just turned around. I'm looking like, Junior, what's wrong? Where you going? And then I look down. I'm like, oh, my bad. Have I used it? I won't disclose it on this video. I would say no for this video, but I don't need to. My voice, it gets across. Now my wife, they try her. She's a sweetheart, sweet as a marshmallow, sweet as pie, just sweet. That's my baby. She's super sweet. But they be trying, especially them boys, because them boys know, they mama's boys. My daughter, I melt with her. She can get anything she want, but she don't give me no problems though. So, and that's another thing. You always got that one that feel like they in trouble all the time. You know how you got that one child that's never in trouble, and then you got that one that's always in trouble. So then the one who's always, the one that's always in trouble, they seem like they getting picked on. They seem like we seeking them out. And it's like, nah, if you stop doing this, you ain't gotta worry about me getting on you. You know. But as he's gotten older, they've all been better since they've gotten older. I will say that. I'm proud of all of them. But yeah, man, being a parent is it's not easy at all. I don't care who tell you it is. Ain't no perfect parent. Ain't no playbook for this. We get out there and we just do it. If you a parent that's stressing over trying to be the perfect parent, let it go. You ain't gonna win. That's a forever battle that you not gonna win. So I would let that go. You know, enjoy your child while you can, because childhood, that's small. It go by quick. Just the other day, Olive was home. We was bringing her home, and now there's two behind her, and they are just going. And you think, because a lot of people stress about having children, you think it's gonna be forever, and it's not. I got a lot of my friends have kids. I look at one of my dudes' parents. One of my dudes, his children run track. And now another friend of mine, mutual friend, his daughter run track. And I'm just like amazed, the dedication to keep up with all of this. As parents, man, we do a lot, man, for our children, man. We always want, it's all about opportunity. Every child wants an opportunity to do what they want to do. If you want to run track, if you want to play basketball, football, or whatever like that, not every parent is able to allow that. So if you a child, man, and your parents are putting you in extracurricular activities and stuff like that, man, take advantage of it. Be grateful for it. That's a big thing. They going to state championships and they going over here and over there to watch you play, sitting in this damn sun. Got me cussing. Sitting in this sun, watching you play. I done watched Junior dribble this ball all the way up the court. Do I wish I was at the crib? Of course not. That's my son playing. I love these moments. Am I tired? Yeah, I've been at work all day. I've been up since 5 in the morning. But these moments you gotta cherish, man. You have to cherish those moments, cause after a while, it's gonna be over with, and they're gonna be grown, people living their own lives. You're gonna be at the house, chilling with that empty nest. Now, of course, you're gonna be. I mean, of course, you can't wait for that moment because you're tired of the doggone child now. But just wait. Wait till it happens. You're gonna be like, man, they gone. I remember, Miles used to do that, and baby girl would go over here and do this, and then you just sit back like, man, I miss that. I miss having them. So enjoy your kids, man. It's a beautiful thing, but like I say, there's no right way or wrong way to be a parent. And I'm gonna say this too. Parents, please stop having these conversations in front of kids that don't concern them. Because I've been seeing that a lot, and that just rubs me the wrong way. There's nothing worse than adults talking about adult things, and y'all know the kids are present. So then all of a sudden, the kids are going back and talking about this and that. They know everything, everybody's business in the family, because y'all over here talking about it, and they just sitting here listening. Like I said earlier, kids ain't supposed to be in the room. Y'all ain't supposed to be talking about these subjects with children in the room. That makes my flesh crawl. If you talking about something, them kids need to be over here in the back, away. That happened to one of my kids. And they took it to school, and all of a sudden we get a notice. Oh yeah, so and so said this and that, and I'm like, oh, they was talking about that last night. Now, of course, I wasn't present; I was working, but we have to do better at not having our children in the room present when we're talking about adult things, because they pick up everything. They're listening to everything, so you have to be conscious about that type of stuff. But I didn't want this video to be too long. But yeah, moral of the story is, if you decide that you want to use a belt for your child, I would say, see if you can talk to them. See if you can come to an understanding, communicate with them, come from a place of love and understanding. Try to get to understand them, because they might be going through something, the child. You never know. They could be getting bullied at school. You wondering why they skipping school or why they not focusing in school. You never know. Not all children are bad children. Not all children just want to do bad. There's a reason for everything, I believe. So I would say seek out what's going on with the child. Be understanding. Be patient with the child. Be consistent with the child. Love the child. All of that. Just figure out, get to the root of the issue and see what the real problem is and what that child's going through, and maybe that would help before you ready to pick up Mr. Black. Now, this is brown, obviously. It's black on the inside, but before you pick up this, have a seat, sit at the edge of the bed. Hey, little man, what's going on? Because you want them to be able to trust you. You want them to feel like they can come to you. I always say we ain't friends. Friends help out with car notes and stuff, and friends give you a little extra money for your mortgage sometimes. We ain't friends. I'm your parent. At the end of the day, I am your father. But try to build that relationship with them, because I swear, if they feel comfortable enough to come to you about small stuff, then maybe, just maybe, they'll come to you for the big stuff. And that's the ones you want. I want them to come to me, if they're thinking about making a decision on having sex or just anything. Come to me before you make that decision. Let me help you, because I've been there. So let me help you with that. I know it's very cliche, and we heard our parents say, "Oh, I done been where you been before," or "I've been 16 before. I already know." And now we seeing it. It's true. Just like they told us, we we're the same way. We've been 16 before. We know exactly what you're going through. But let me show you how to do it like this. That's the difference between this old school and this new school. Old school you ain't had no voice. Old school, you weren't able to talk. New school, we're allowing the kids to express themselves. And there's nothing wrong with that. I know a lot of the older crowds, like my mom's generation, probably feel like, nah, they ain't got no voice. They ain't, what I say go. That's the problem with these kids now. They feel like they can do whatever they want because you letting them. And at the end of the day, I don't want to push them too far into that, because then you become afraid to do anything. You become afraid of the parent. It's more fear than respect. And that's not something you want. You don't want your kids to fear you. You want your respect, though. I want them to respect me, but I don't want them to fear me. That's not the place that I'm coming from. I want to be able to have them come to me for anything. I want them to feel secured. I want them to feel loved, and I'm not quick to label them. I don't believe in that. Everybody quick to, you got to put on them letters. That's why I call them them letters. Oh, he just got ADHD. He got this, he got that. Sometimes he's just a 3-year-old that just want to bounce on the damn wall because he been eating candy. So I got me getting emotional. But yeah, love your kids, enjoy your kids, be the best parent you can be. So like I said, man, if you like anything that you've heard today, please like, subscribe to the channel. And, I promise to keep it going for you guys. Keep bringing topics about whether it's parenting or handling your finances, your job, your relationship, your marriage, whatever it is you guys want me to talk about, man. I'll talk about. And with that being said, you guys all have a blessed night. One.